Hey guys, Ian here from Waltip. We are Tip for Wealth is to trade, invest, and prosper. I trust that you guys are having an awesome Wednesday. And I just wanted to share something with you guys in terms of trading psychology and more specifically building a mental framework. Now, when I started trading, a lot of my focus was in developing the understanding behind technical analysis. Not so much fundamental analysis, because there's so many variables that has to be considered and taken into consideration when applying fundamental analysis into your trading, although there is definitely a place for it. A lot of my time and a lot of my effort was invested in developing an understanding around the subject of technical analysis. Now, with that being said, I found a fair amount of success in the beginning, but as soon as the strategy that I used started to wither, started to underperform, if I was to put it that way, then I started to look for reasons why it's not working. And I would go through the charts, go all the way back to the beginning and kind of analyze it to the point where I can at least come up with some sort of hypothesis or theory with regards to why this particular trade just did not work out. And eventually what that did was it crippled me because it then incentivized me to go and look for another strategy. And I looked for another strategy and the same thing happened. And before you knew it, I was jumping from one strategy to another, kind of just trying to navigate my way through this thing we call trading, until I came across Mark Douglas and the various books that he's written, mainly The Disciplined Trader and Trading in the Zone. And there was a few other books that I started to really study. And the underlying philosophy that comes with the psychology of trading is that you cannot impose your will onto the markets, because the moment you start imposing your will onto the market, it is then where you're going to lose. It is then where you're going to become frustrated, and it is there where you're going to kind of trade out of the zone, in a sense. And this was a fundamental lesson for me. And when it comes to building the framework, I think the biggest thing that I took from studying all of these consultants that focused on the trading psychology, a lot of what they would say is the same thing. Ultimately, is that you cannot control the outcome of your position, but what you can do is you can control the way you enter the trade. Simply said, that when it comes to your trading, when it comes to finding a position that lines up with your strategy, that you can accept that regardless of what's going to happen, it's not a reflection of what you know about the markets. It's just a means of variables that's lined up and market conditions that is kind of in line with your strategy that results in a winning trade. So it's not your knowledge about the markets that causes you to win. It's more so your knowledge about yourself, because the moment you can accept that the outcome is out of your control, that is when you start taking control. And when you start taking control, you start managing your trades with a lot more accuracy and a lot more efficiency. You start identifying opportunities with a lot more clarity and a lot more consistency. And you allow the trade to play itself out regardless of the outcome. And one of the biggest things that I vouch for is to not focus on a winning streak. You get people that has this high winning streaks and they're still not able to close a positive month or a positive week. And this is because their focus is wrong. They're focusing on winning. In other words, they're focusing on being right. That's not your objective. As a trader, your focus is not to be right. Your focus should be to be consistent. In other words, make money on a consistent basis. And this comes in a variety of ways, but none of them is being right all the time. So guys, I really do hope that this little mini lesson makes sense. I hope that you can extract some value from it, but for the most part, I really do hope that you are enjoying our daily uploads. If you are, please write a comment in the comment section below. If you have any particular topics that you'd like me to discuss, please feel free to share them as well, as I'd be more than happy. But for the most part, have a brilliant day, have an awesome week, and I look forward to chatting to you all soon. Up until then, keep well, and bye for now.